Drew.
My name is Ty.
Welcome to the Drew and Ty Show. Today we're going to be talking about Lakers head coaching job, Carmelo Anthony, and the Rookie of the Year. We're going to start with a full court press. We're going to have 90 seconds to discuss a topic. What is the first topic of the day?
Why didn't the Lakers bring back Phil Jackson?
I'm going to go out in a little bold statement and say that I think they simply didn't hire Phil Jackson because he's still sleeping with the owner's daughter. You can't be sleeping with the owner's daughter and going out making astronomical demands that you're going to coach part-time. You want to come in and not coach shoot-arounds and things like that. And I just felt that they wanted to go a different direction. Because I don't think if Phil Jackson wants that job, it's his job. It was his job to lose. And even Mike D'Antoni said that he was shocked when they called him off him in the job. So I just think there's more of an underlying reason why they're not stating that he wasn't hired.
I think a lot of those things were rumors, although I do think some of them were true. I think the reason he didn't get the job is simply because he didn't want to go to road games. And I think that the Lakers front office was kind of like, look, we're just not going to let you come here and do whatever you want. So I think that is it. He's been with Genie for a long time now.
And he has, and those were all issues when he coached there before. So I don't think they want to go down that route. And even Jeannie Buss tweeted that she thought that was one of the reasons.
Winning,
if she, the daughter of the owner, can state that, I mean, there has to be some kind of truth to that.
You don't think that winning is put beyond
my point exactly. So that's what I'm saying. That there was a reason. I don't think Phil Jackson will want to come back and coach. Who's going to coach part time in the NBA? When you're playing,
I think
when you're playing 41 games on the road.
Yeah, that's the reason. It's not.
I don't think Phil is that crazy.
Okay.
I don't think Phil is that. Is that man saying that crazy?
You know what though? When you have 11 rings, you know what I mean, and you've kind of been here before, you can really.
So 11 rings. You think 11 rings on turn you crazy?
Well,
does the Mike D'Antoni hire make the Lakers better?
Well, they've been playing better. They look like a better team. Dwight Howard's getting the ball more. He's scoring more. He's doing more for that team. Look, Mike Brown was bad for them. The Princeton offense just didn't work. It never was going to work. Everyone saw that from outside looking in. So I think right now he makes them a better team. I don't know if he's the perfect hire for this coach. I would have liked somebody like Jerry Sloan, but I don't know how interested he was. Just because of the offense that they run. Steve Nash is out right now, but I think he does make them better.
Mike Brown should have never been the coach of the Lakers. That was a horrible hire from the beginning. Is D'Antoni better? We don't know. Dwight's going to be Dwight. He's rounding back into shape. You know, he's balling. Everything's rolling. Kobe's being more efficient than we've ever seen him in a while. Mike D'Antoni's going to make them score more points. We know that. But do they have the personnel for that 7 seconds or less offense? We don't know yet. They're going to have to be in top shape. Mike done coaching the defense. So that's going to be one of their big problems. So we're going to see how it's going to go.
Look, he has Steve Nash.
Hey, technically he's 1-0 right now, so I guess it's going good, right?
Okay, well, I mean, just look. But the way that they played, you can look at the way that they play and see if they play better. When they get Steve Nash back, he's so in tune with that Mike D'Antoni system. You know, Dwight Howard's going to benefit from it. You know, Kobe, you don't think Kobe can run up and down? I
think they can, but here's my thing. The system has been put in not for them to reach the Western Conference Finals like they did when he was in Phoenix. They got to go to the championship. They got to be in the championship. They got to go against the Heat. That's the goal of this team. So
it is the goal
we know they're going to get to the Western Conference championship. That's where they're going to. But that's not that team goal. They're a championship team. Is Mike D'Antoni getting them there?
I like Mike D'Antoni for the record.
Who will have a bigger impact on the franchise? Dwight Howard or Andrew Bynum?
Well, being that Andrew Bynum, a.k.a. Frederick Douglass, with his new haircut, has not played a game yet or barely practiced with the Philadelphia 76ers, we're definitely going to say Dwight is. And even before that, I've never understood what the comparison was. Dwight Howard, Andrew Bynum, anybody's taking Dwight Howard. You can't tell me that Andrew Bynum is better than Dwight Howard. More reliable, better health history, better player overall. And, I mean, Andrew Bynum doesn't really even like to play basketball. If you go around and ask people in NBA circles, they will tell you Andrew Bynum does not like the basketball. He's a 7-foot guy who knows how to play basketball, does not enjoy the game. And then you tell me that you're going through all these knee surgeries and you're going out there bowling and you tell me that's how you hurt your knee? Which is a story that
I'm gonna play devil's advocate for a second. And I like the nickname Kingpin a little bit better. but I think, you know, like you said, this guy, Dwight Howard's a better player. There's people who were fighting for Andrew Bynum and saying, look, this guy's the best center in the league. There were people that were doing that. I wasn't one of them. I don't think either of us were. But he hits his free throws. I mean, that's been a big problem with Dwight Howard. Not only that, Philadelphia's looking for that star. They've been playing well, but they don't have that star. Philadelphia is a star team. They want a player who they can kind of rise above that. How long is Dwight going to be there? Is he going to be there? Is he going to be a Laker for the rest of his career? I think, Andrew, I agree with you, but I think Andrew Bynum, when it comes to the effect that he has on that franchise with getting healthy, whenever that is, you can say that he has more of an impact on that franchise, the city as a whole.
I think Dwight's going to be an for the long haul. And Andrew Bynum, if he's healthy, he's a good pickup for the Sixers. But at the same time, there's weak centers in the NBA.
Weak centers in the NBA.
Weak centers in the NBA. Now we're going to move on to buy or sell.
Buy or sell. Carmelo Anthony as an MVP candidate.
Look, this team is playing really well. They probably are the most impressive team in the NBA so far. Carmelo Anthony's scoring, was he close to leading the NBA in scoring, or it was up there?
I think James Harden is still one.
But he's either like two
or three. He's definitely top 3 or top 4.
And this team is playing well. I don't trust the Knicks. You know that. I'm not a Knicks fan. There's no human being in the world right now that I see taking that MVP trophy from LeBron James, Carmelo Anthony included.
I'll say this, I'm gonna have to agree with you. I didn't expect the Knicks to be up at the 7-1 right now, and Carmelo's playing at a high level. He's playing more D. He's more feisty than ever. He's still scoring like Carmelo does. That hasn't changed, but his approach is a little different. I guess the USA basketball over the summer helped him out a lot, but I'm not sold on the Knicks. It's early in the season. All those old players, they're gonna cave. Those knees ain't gonna last.
Think he could be the MVP?
I think it's LeBron's to lose. And you got Kevin Durant right there, his game is more rounded right now. He's just had his first triple-double, and I think we're going to see a lot more than that. So I think it's LeBron's to lose.
Buy or sell. Ross White's great with the Houston Rockets.
Look, this Royce White situation, Royce White is a talented player. He got, drafted 16 overall by the Rockets out of Iowa State. And before that, he played in Minnesota. This kid is talented. He was almost like the LeBron James of the draft. But at the same time, it's not the mental aspect he's dealing with anxiety. At Minnesota, this kid was trouble. Before he even played a game he never played a game for Minnesota. And he got kicked off the team for stealing laptops and retired from basketball before teams picked him up.
I'll play devil's advocate.
So he's had trouble before. This is not the first time.
I'll play devil's advocate again for a second. Houston knew the problems that he had. They knew what was going on with him, and they decided to go ahead and draft him. This guy has lottery talent, and they took a risk on him. But still, like you said, you gotta sell this. You can't be tweeting the things and saying the things that you were saying.
It's ridiculous. If you don't follow Royce White, please do at Highway 30. Please follow this kid.
Best follow on Twitter.
Best follow on Twitter. it's ridiculous the things he's saying. And he's gonna learn. If he wants to be in the NBA or play professional ball anywhere, he's gonna have to calm it down. You're not bigger than the team. No player is bigger than the team.
Buy or sell. The Memphis Grizzlies get a home court advantage in the playoffs.
They are, I believe, the number one seed in the Western Conference right now.
Best record in the NBA.
Best record in the NBA. They've got some bigs who play really well. They're just hard to defend. You know what I mean? But look, that Western Conference is deep. The Lakers are going to get better. There's a lot of teams that I think are more talented than them and deeper than them. 7th, 8th, 6th seed, maybe even 5th. I don't see them getting home court.
They came out on fire. They play like their name, Memphis Grizzlies. I thought they're a tough team. They got one of the most talented bigs in the NBA in Marcus Gasol, who I compare to the new age Arvydas Sabonis. But I don't think they're gonna keep that up. They're gonna be in the race in the end of the West. They're not coming out the West. I know that, but. They're going to be a fun team to watch.
And even the teams who are, I don't want to say at the bottom rung, your Golden States.
They're making moves.
They're making moves. Yeah. They're difficult to beat.
So the question is, they're really going to have the brain when we get around that 30-game mark. So that's when we're going to see really who they are.
Buy or sell. Damian Lillard as Rookie of the Year.
I'm going to go with Damian Lillard for the Rookie of the Year. This kid, unheralded recruit out of Weber State. Nobody thought he was going to be this good. I sure didn't. I have my skeptics, about him. But, he's been phenomenal for that team, and he was put in the right position to succeed. There's nobody on that team that's taking minutes from at that point guard position. So he's going to keep bringing it. He has all he has all the chances to fail and to succeed at the same time. So I think he's going to be, and Anthony Davis is going to be right there with him.
Right, okay, now you got my point. I'm going to sell this. Anthony Davis, the last game that he played, filled up that stat sheet. The 28 points, bunch of rebounds, block shots, doing it efficiently. And the reason I'm going to sell it, because I like Damian Lillard, and I think he's a fantastic player, and he's a lot of confidence. The thing about it is that they both play for these kind of teams who are talented, but they're not going anywhere really this year. So they're going to have a lot of opportunity to be the man on the team. And I think Anthony Davis has more talent.
The reason why I'm going with Litter over Davis, simply because Davis been hurt a lot already early in his career. I mean, he's had a lingering ankle issue. So that's really why I'm going with Litter.
That's all we have for today. Now we're going to close it out with some final thoughts.
Well, I'm going to close out today with the Charlotte Bobcats, who had the worst winning percentage in NBA history at the end of last season. And, I mean, this year, they got a new coach, they got a new draft pick in Kill Gilchrist. Kemba Walker's back for the second year, and they got, Ramon Sessions in free agency. And this team is 6-4. Nobody could have predicted that. So, I mean, they're balling. So, I don't think they're making the playoffs, but they're definitely making a lot of noise. And so far, they're the surprise team of the year. Nobody can doubt that.
Yeah, they almost have as many wins as they did all of last year.
All of last year, they had 7 wins last year.
Which is insane.
Insane. Kemba Walker is balling.
I'm going to give you I'm going to talk about the new Charlotte Bobcats, if you will. The Washington Wizards. If anyone knows, this is my home team, a team who I watch all the time. Their lineup today, Sean Livingston started for them at point guard, who they just picked up off waivers.
Nice.
No, look, he's nice, but he's just came off of waivers. Your starting point guard is literally you just signed him like 3 days ago. They're really young. They don't have a lot of talent. They're just not a good team right now. Ernie Grunfeld has not put together a quality lineup for them. They're going to struggle. They are really going to struggle. They are winless right now, and we're going to see what happens when John Wall comes back. They're going to have to really struggle to get to 20 wins this year. They might end up with the worst winning percentage in the NBA right after the Charlotte Bobcats had that.
And like you said, the team is horrible, and it was horribly put together. So
you change the jerseys, it just doesn't help. You're still bad.
The Wizards is just horrible. I mean, they have like 6 of the same players on that team. It's not working out. Grunfeld needs to go.
Yeah, we need to try out for them. That's the end of the show. True Inside, we out.